Hello, welcome to FinInvest Niger. My name is Tom Prince Will. I'm a certified securities and investment support specialist, and I've been investing in the Nigerian market for the past 2 decades. Before I commence our analysis proper, I would like to introduce you to my WhatsApp group. It is a paid WhatsApp group, and if you are a group member, you get to benefit from my regular stocks recommendations, portfolio analysis, review and rebalancing, and as well as general investment advisory services. So these are the services I render to members of the group. If you are interested, if you are facing difficulties with your investment, you're almost getting discouraged, you're losing money, please try and be a part of this group so I can come in to use my little skills and little experience and little knowledge and expertise to see how I can be of help to you. So let's go into the video proper. We want to carry out a fundamental analysis on this company, Mecure Industries Plc. It's a company in the pharmaceutical sector, same sector with Fitson Pharmaceutical, Fitson Healthcare, May and Baker. So this is the same company with those other ones I mentioned, as well as some name it. So we discovered that the company actually made a revenue of 13.292 billion naira in the first quarter of 2025, as against 20.151 billion naira in the first quarter of 2026. And this particular result is the first quarter result for the year 2026. And this gives us a percentage increase of 51.61%. That is the percentage increase in revenue. We also want to consider the company's gross profit. So Mecure was able to generate a gross profit of 4.298 billion naira as against 6.954 billion naira in the first quarter 2026. And this gives us a percentage increase of 61.82%. That is the percentage increase in gross profit. So next is the operating profit. The operating profit here rose from 2.566 billion naira in the first quarter 2025 as against 4.537 billion naira in the first quarter of 2026. So this gives us a percentage increase of 71.81%. That is the percentage increase in operating profit. We also want to highlight the profit before tax. So the profit before tax figure here, rose by 76.96% from 812.438 million naira to 1.915 billion naira. So you also want to take into consideration the profit after tax. The after-tax profits here grew by a whopping 136.06% from 568.707 million naira to 1.341 billion naira. So that is quite interesting. So for the total comprehensive income here for Mecure Industries, the company generated, a comprehensive income to the tune of 568.707 million naira, as against 1.341 billion naira in the first quarter of 2026. So before I go into the presentation of the earnings per share, please, I would like to solicit that you subscribe to this channel, all right, so like this video, and as well as share the videos to people around you, okay. And because my heart desire is to reach out to at least 1 million Nigerians, whom both, in the country and outside the country, with contents of this nature that is designed to actually enlighten and raise awareness about the wealth creation potential of the Nigerian stock market. That's what this particular video is meant for. So I'm relying on your support to help me share these videos, far and wide. All right. So the earnings per shares here is a very important figure. This is what controls dividend payout as well as future growth in share price. So the earnings per share grew from 14 kobo to 34 kobo, 13 kobo to 34, 14 kobo to 34 kobo. That gives us a percentage increase of 142.86%. Now, for the share price here, the share price grew from 11 naira 10 kobo to 94 naira 90 kobo. This is a tremendous growth in share price. All right. So an 11.10 million naira investment in Mecure Industries will give you 94.90 million naira. That amounts to a percentage growth of 754.95%. So we are through with this segment. This segment is the consolidated income statement of the financial statements. We now want to refer to the balance sheets as well as the cash flow statements. So the company has shares outstanding of 4.00 billion. That's the number of shares outstanding. And not only that, the market capitalization is 379.6 billion naira. Is the company's market capitalization. It's a fairly big company. All right. So you simply multiply the shares outstanding by the share price, and that will give you the market capitalization. It's telling you how big or how small the company is, as the case may be. So this is the equity or the shareholder funds. All right. The equity here essentially is the difference between the company's total, assets and its total liabilities. By the time you subtract both entries, you are going to arrive at 21.16 billion. This is the company's shareholder fund or equity. It tells you how strong the balance sheet is. Number one, it has a positive equity, and number two, it has a double-digit equity, value or shareholder fund. Now, this is the equity per share or the book value. For you to obtain this, you simply divide the equity here by the number of shares outstanding, and that will give you the book value, which is 5 naira 29 kobo. Now, the essence of this book value is to enable you carry out a comparison between what you have here and the company's share price. So you could observe that the company share price is approximately 95 naira. Whereas the book value here is approximately 5 naira 30 kobo. So the company share price is way higher than the book value. So based on this particular criteria, the company is not considered cheap. It's expensive. Okay. So for the cash position here, that's cash at hand, cash in the bank, as well as cash equivalent, the company has a cash position of 1.08 billion naira. So considering the fact that the company made a net profit of 1.34 billion naira and the cash level is 1.08 billion naira, the company has a kind of near excellent cash management. It has sufficient cash, to be able to cushion the impact of short-term spending. and the company could as well buy back some shares if it so wishes. And this is the price earning ratio. The price earning ratio essentially is the ratio of the price to the earnings. So in this case, you are going to divide the price by the annualized earnings. You annualize the earnings. Since it is a first quarter result, you multiply the earnings by 4, then divide 94 naira 90 kobo by the product of this particular multiplication. And that will give you, 69.78, almost 70. So what this is telling is that you are buying, each naira earnings of this company for 69 naira 78 kobo. It's like buying an item worth 1 naira. You know that item is worth 1 naira ordinarily, and you are buying that item for as much as about 70 naira. That's 69 naira 78 kobo. Okay, so I think we are through with this analysis. An actual analysis may take more time than this, and may also involve huge data than what you are seeing here. But we have to summarize the entries, stick to most important variables, and yet be able to make a decision based on what we have available here. So we are through with the analysis here. And although this exercise here is academic in nature, and it's also for entertainment, somebody asked me whether I am an academician or whether I am an investor. The matter is, as an investor, you should learn how to do these things. And this is majorly, academics in nature. All right. So I think we are through with it. I want to drop my verdict here. In actual sense, this company has performed excellently. To be very frank, you could see the numbers here, double-digit growth in the entries here, as well as even triple-digit growth, as you could see. And this has gone by more than times 7. That's okay. That's fantastic. It's a high growth company. But my only concern is with the fact that the company is very expensive. It's very expensive. So if you buy at this particular price, the possibility of it growing very, very high or growing at a faster pace is quite limited, because the company is very expensive already. Assuming this is in a single digit or a lower double digit figure, like maybe under 20 naira or like that, or under 15 naira as the case may be, one will have considered this particular company a buy. But if you feel you can stomach this expensive nature of the company, you can go ahead and buy it. It's a very good company, but unfortunately, it is quite expensive. Compared to May and Baker, compared to Fisson, this company is very expensive. So that's the verdict I would give for this company. Please try and watch other videos in my channel as well. It will be of tremendous help to you. All right. Thank you very much for watching.